The 30-year mortgage, once the bedrock of the American dream, now feels like a 30-year prison sentence for many millennials. What was supposed to be a path to stability and wealth has become a treadmill set to an impossible incline. Home ownership, once a symbol of success, now feels like a trap designed to drain your bank account and your youth. The rules have changed: bidding wars, sky-high prices, and interest rates that seem villainous. The 30-year mortgage isn't the villain, but it's become the weapon of choice in a system rigged against a generation. The math behind this dilemma is brutal and undeniable. Welcome to the new American dream, just surviving the monthly payment. Remember the starter home? It was more than just a house. It was a rite of passage, a symbol of independence and hope. For generations, the idea was simple. You'd save up, maybe skip a few luxuries, and before you knew it, you'd have a set of keys to call your own. Your parents probably bought one in their 20s, a modest bungalow, affordable on a single income. Maybe your mom or dad worked a regular job, and still, they managed to buy a place, start a family, and build a future. It was the American dream, wrapped in vinyl siding and a white picket fence. That story now sounds like a fairy tale, a bedtime story told by boomers to millennials and Gen Z. The photos in old albums feel like relics from another world, where hope was affordable and possibility was just a down payment away. Today, that same house is either a teardown, an Airbnb, or listed at a price that would make a tech billionaire flinch. The dream home of yesterday is now a speculative asset, a fixer-upper for the ultra-wealthy, or a weekend rental for tourists. In 1985, the median home price was about $240,000 in today's dollars. Now it's over $420,000. That's nearly double, and wages haven't kept up. The gap between what people earn and what homes cost has become a canyon. What was once a manageable step is now a monumental leap, requiring dual incomes, years of saving, and perfect credit. Even then, many find themselves priced out, forced to compromise or give up entirely. The starter home is extinct, replaced by years of living with parents, or being outbid by corporations and investors who see homes as profit, not shelter. For many, the first step is now a step backward. The journey no longer starts with keys and pride, but with dread and the realization that entry-level homes are now luxury items. For young people, the dream has shifted from ownership to simply finding a place to rent that won't break the bank. The starter home is dead, and we're all at its expensive funeral, mourning not just a house, but the loss of a dream that once felt so close and now seems impossibly out of reach. Let's do some math, the kind that makes your stomach drop. We're not talking about the fun kind of math, like splitting a pizza bill with friends. This is the kind that keeps you up at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering how you'll make it all work. It's the math that makes you want to cry, especially when you see the numbers on your monthly bills and realize just how much more everything costs these days. Meet Sarah in 2021. She's excited, hopeful, and ready to start her new life. She buys a $400,000 house at a 3% interest rate, a dream scenario for many first-time buyers. After putting down 20%, her monthly mortgage payment comes out to about $1,340. It's a stretch, but it's manageable. She can still save a little, maybe even plan a vacation. Now fast forward to 2026. Meet Ben. He's looking at the exact same house, but now it's $420,000, and the interest rate has jumped to 6.5%. The market has changed, and not in his favor. Ben's monthly payment? A jaw-dropping $2,124. That's over $800 more every single month for the same house just a few years later. It's not just a number, it's a gut punch. This isn't just about high prices or high rates, it's both, hitting at the same time. It's a double whammy that's making home ownership feel impossible for an entire generation. That extra $800 a month? It's the difference between building a future and barely scraping by. It's the money that could have gone to retirement, a child's education, or even just a little breathing room. The math doesn't just add up, it subtracts from your quality of life. Every calculation is a reminder of what's slipping away. For millennials, this 1-2 punch has knocked them out of the housing market. The dream of owning a home is slipping further and further away. Homeownership, once a symbol of stability and success, is now a source of anxiety, stress, and endless worry. The dream hasn't just been deferred, it's been priced out of reach for millions. The numbers aren't just cold, they're merciless, and they're changing lives. If the monthly payment difference was bad, the total interest over 30 years is worse. Sarah's $320,000 loan at 3% means she'll pay about $160,500 in interest. Painful, but manageable. Ben's $336,000 loan at 6.5%, he'll pay $428,500 in interest, more than the original loan itself. That's a $263,000 difference, enough for college, retirement, or starting a business. For Ben and millions like him, that wealth isn't built, it's siphoned away, month by month, for 30 years. The 30-year mortgage in a high-rate world means you're buying 2 houses, one for you, one for the bank. The price of admission to the dream is now a financial nightmare. What about those who locked in low rates in 2021? They're not as lucky as you think. Enter the lock-in effect. Homeowners with ultra-low rates are financially trapped. Need more space or a new job in another state? Selling means giving up your golden 3% rate for today's 6.5%. Even buying a similar house would double your payment. So people stay put, cramped, turning down opportunities, prisoners of their own good fortune. The house that was supposed to mean freedom now anchors you in place. The lock-in effect freezes the market, trapping families in homes that no longer fit their lives. The dream of mobility and growth is gone. Your home is now a gilded cage. The lock-in effect doesn't just trap owners, it starves the market of inventory. People who'd normally sell their starter homes are staying put, creating a historic shortage. The housing market's river has become a trickle. The pool of available starter homes has dried up. When a rare, affordable home appears, it's a feeding frenzy. Bidding wars, waived inspections, and sky-high offers. Entry-level homes are pushed further out of reach, prices stay inflated, and new buyers are locked out. It's a vicious cycle. High rates trap owners, reduce supply, and keep prices high. The result? The dream of ownership remains just that. A dream. The market is fundamentally broken. The old rule, spend no more than 30% of your income on housing. For millennials, that's a joke. Many spend 40%, 50% or more just to keep a roof overhead. Being house poor means living paycheck to paycheck with no margin for error. One unexpected expense, a car repair, a medical bill, can trigger a crisis. Saving for retirement or building an emergency fund, forget it. Financial stress bleeds into every part of life, dictating career and family decisions. Your home, meant to be a source of comfort, becomes your biggest source of anxiety. The bars of this cage are made of principal and interest. So, how do we escape this mess? For millions of Americans, the question isn't just about numbers on a page. It's about their future, their families, and the very idea of stability. The housing crisis has left people feeling anxious, uncertain, and desperate for a way forward. But is there really a path out? Or are we just circling the same problems over and over again? When you break it down, there are 3 main options on the table: lower interest rates, lower home prices, or build more homes. Each path promises relief, but none come without their own set of complications and trade-offs. Lowering rates can make monthly payments more affordable, and it's often the first lever policymakers reach for. But every time rates drop, more buyers rush in, competition heats up, and prices shoot right back up, making homes just as unaffordable as before. Lowering prices sounds like a simple fix, but it's a double-edged sword. Yes, it would help new buyers, but it would also wipe out the equity of current homeowners, leaving many underwater on their mortgages. Politically, it's a non-starter. No one wants to see their biggest investment lose value overnight. Building more homes is the most logical solution, and it's what experts agree we need most. But construction is slow, expensive, and tangled in a web of zoning laws, neighborhood opposition, and rising material costs. Even when new homes are built, they're often out of reach for the average family. Meanwhile, the 30-year mortgage has become a 30-year sentence, commitment without liberation, debt without the dream. People are staying put, not because they want to, but because they have no other choice. For many, "I bought a house" has become "I'm trapped." The joy of home ownership has been replaced by anxiety, as families wonder if they'll ever get ahead. Until something fundamental changes, whether it's interest rates, home prices, or the supply of new homes, this is the new American reality. The dream is on pause, and the waiting game continues. The dream of home ownership has become a struggle to survive the payment. Every month, families juggle bills, cut back on essentials, and hope nothing goes wrong. The system needs fixing, or the dream will remain out of reach for an entire generation. Without real change, we risk turning the American dream into a distant memory. For now, the American dream is on life support, waiting for a cure that may never come.